Today we are going to solve this problem. This problem is having two contracts, and based on the two contracts, you are going to prepare a contract account of both the contracts, and you're going to prepare the contractee account for both the contracts, and you're going to show the balance sheet, how some items will appear in the balance sheet. Okay, so this is the problem. We will check the problem. I'll read the problem, explain the items, then we will go for the problem. Okay. TK Construction Limited is engaged on two contracts, A and B, during the year. Okay, so there are two contracts, one is A, another one is B. The particulars are obtained at the year ended 31st. That means December 31st they have given, year is not given, no problem. If it is given, we can take the year, otherwise we can leave it. No problem at all. Okay. So they have given two contracts, A and B. The date of commencement is also given. Date of commencement, April 1st, and this is September 1st. You're not going to do with this dates and all. Don't worry about this dates. Whatever date is given, no problem. So this is not going to affect your problem. When it will affect means, if suppose the depreciation is given, you are going to calculate the percentage of depreciation, that time we will be using. Otherwise, this is not going to be useful for your case. Okay. Next, coming to the next point, that is contract price. So you know very well, this is nothing but total contract price. Okay. Next is on this total contract price will not be coming in the contract account, the debit side or credit side. This will be used for the calculation purpose. That is working time, we will be using this amount. Next, material issued. Okay, material issued will affect in the contract account. And can you tell me like which side it will come? Which side it will come? Yes, material issued will come in the debit side. Very good. Next, material return. So material return, issued means you are going to receive, which is coming inside, so you will be debiting it. Material return means the extra material and whatever it is that you are going to return it back. So this will come in the credit side. Very good. Next is material on site. What is this? This is nothing but closing balance of the material. So closing balance of the material also will come in the credit side of the contract account. So closing balance. Very good. Next is direct labor. This is expenses. Usually expenses will come in the debit side of the contract. Very good. Next is direct expenses. Which side it will come? Again, it will come in the debit side of the contract as it is the expenses. Next, establishment expenses. So by the word expenses, you can easily say that this will also come in the debit side of the contract account. Next, plant installed at cost. So this is the thing. This is like a twin brother, we can say. Either you have to use opening and closing together, or you have to show only the depreciation. Already I told you, if it is given opening, closing, please go for that, because it is not necessary to calculate what is depreciation. It's a confusing one. So this twin brother we are going to consider. What is the twin brother? Opening and closing balance. So it's very easy for you. They only gave you which side it will come. So plant installed at cost, that is opening balance, that is debit side, or purchases of the machinery also will come in the debit side. And this is the closing balance which come in the credit side of the contract account. Okay. And one more thing, I will come back. What are the items will come in the balance sheet also, we will see that. Next is cost of contract not yet certified. What is this? This is nothing but work in progress, which will come in the credit side of the contract account. So credit side. Next, value of contract certified. This is nothing but it is work certified, and which will come in the debit side of the credit side of the contract account. Any doubt in this case? Next, I am coming to cash received from contractees. Okay, so this is the amount you have received. This we are not going to show in the contract account anywhere, but this will be taken for the workings calculation. Correct? When we are taking like calculating P&L account, that time we will take. But at the same time, this amount will shown in the two places. One is in the contractee account, another one in the balance sheet. When you are calculating work in progress, there also you will be considering this amount. Okay. So now these all are the items I have shown only debit credit of contract account only. So I am not going to show it here. Next is architect fee. So this is also one of the expenses. So this will come in the contract account, debit side. Am I right? So all these items are over. Next balance sheet, what all of the items will come? Shall we try? Okay, so I am going to extend this so that you can write. Okay, will the contract price will come in the balance sheet? No. Will the material issued will come in the balance sheet? No. Will the material returned come in the balance sheet? Sometimes we can show, sometimes we no need to show. When we will be showing means if you know the exact material in the stores, that time we can show, otherwise we no need to show it. So here I am not confirm about this amount, so I am not going to show it. Okay, so that material on site. Okay, so material on site, guys, there is a mistake in the contract B. It is instead of 1,35,000, it is shown 10 is extra. So I'm deleting that. Okay, thank you for the information. Okay, now coming back to the material on site. This is the closing balance of the material which will be shown in the balance sheet. Shall I use the short form B bar S, balance sheet with site? Assets or liabilities? It's an asset. So I'm using short form asset. Okay, so asset side I am going to use, I am going to show the material on site. Okay, next is direct labor, which will not come in the balance sheet. This is also expenses, will not come in the balance sheet. Established expenses will not come in the balance sheet. Then plant installed will not come in the balance sheet, but the value of plant, the closing balance of plant will come in the balance sheet. Which side? Again, asset side. Okay, very good. Next is cost of work not certified. Yes, it will come in the balance sheet, asset side under, I'm using short form, asset side under work in progress. You are going to show it. Yes, next the value of contract certified. This will also come in the category balance sheet, asset side under work in progress. Cash received from contractee will come in the contractee account, and in the balance sheet, in the workings, we will be showing under work in progress. You have to deduct and show it. Okay. Next is architect fee will not come. So now you got a clear idea about this, correct? So the items where it will come and where again in the balance sheet which side it will come, everything is ready. Now we will come to the adjustment. What is the adjustment? So adjustment, during the period, material amounting to rupees 9,000 has been transferred from contract A to contract B. Very, very important. Okay. So I'm going to give the workings also for this. Working. What are the working? Transfer. Transfer of material. Okay. So what is the material transferred? That is 9,000 worth of material transferred from there to there. So it is transferred from contract A to contract B. So it's very clear. You are going to see that who is receiving, who is sending. So from receiver side, you have to show in the debit side, and from the people, whoever is sending, for them, it should be credited. Okay. So receiver. Where is it? Receipting. Okay. Receipt. A receipt of the particular material. Who is receiving? Who is receiving? You have to check. Okay. Who is the receiver? Receiver is A or B? B, because contract A to B. So receiver is B. So B means then the amount of material should be debited. Okay, should be debited, or I can say material should be debit. Okay, who is the giver or transferring? The person who is giving the material. Who is the giver? That is transferring. That is giver will be, who is the giver? A. So for A it should be credited. Okay. So what is this? Nothing but whoever is receiving, coming in will be debited, going out should be credited. That's all. So contract B is the receiver. So contract B, the material amount should be debited. Okay. And contract A will be the giver, that is going out from their hand, and so the amount of material should be credited. Any doubt in this case? Okay. So the name, what is the name you have to credit? That's what I have given. What you are sending? Are you sending plant? No, you are sending material. So you have to debit the item name as material. So material should be debited, material should be credited. So for whom? Receiving hand. Receiving hand, contract B is the receiver. So who will be receiving the material? You're going to debit. But the thing is, what they have asked you means who, what, that means you have to debit the person, whoever is giving, that person name you have to debit, and within bracket you can write as a material. And those, when you are accounting, when you are showing in the contract account, you have to mention from where you have received. You have received from contract, you have received from this contract, that contract, the contract name, and within bracket you can write material. Okay, so this is what you have to write. Okay, understood? Please write down this working so that we can go for the problem. We can go for the problem. I hope everybody written down this workings. Done. Okay, shall we start the problem? Okay, you know very well. So I'm going to take the copy of the previous problem. It is easy for me to take this format. I'm going to copy the same format for this problem. Okay. The format is ready. Okay. The format is ready. Okay, the format is ready. So first we will be writing the heading in the books of what is the name of the construction company. Here, see, TK Construction Limited. So I am taking the same name and I'll be using the same name. So TK Construction Limited. Okay, TK Construction Limited. Okay, under this contract A account for the year ended 31st December. I don't know the year, so I'm not going to mention the year. So we will be start with this contract A account for the year ended 31st December. Okay, so what is the now? Okay, again I'm showing the workings. You can note down. Again, when we are doing the problem, again I'll be explaining it. Okay. So you know very well what all the items will come in the debit side first. Already you have noted down what all of the items will come in the debit side. So usually when you are going, you can remember that first you list out all the material, then labor, then other expenses. If you go, that will be easy for you. So I'm going for that one by one. So material. So material, what is given here? It is given material issued. Already you have given debit side. How much it is? 1,60,000 for contract A. Guys, you have to concentrate on contract A only. Okay. So material issued is 1,60,000. So I'm writing 1,60,000. Okay. Next, any other materials you are going to receive in this box only. Later we will go for the workings. So first we will finish this item, whatever given in this box, then we can go for the items. Okay. So material issued is 1,60,000. Material return, it's very easy. It should go to the credit side. Already you have given credit side. So I'm going to go back for the next item. That is material return. How much is the material return? 4,000. So I'm going for the amount 4,000 in the next item. Okay, where should we come in the credit side? So by material returned, how much is the amount? Material returned. I'm going back. Material returned is 4,000 for this. So I'm going write the 4,000. Okay, write the 4,000. It's your wish. Either you can do first one contract, then another contract, or you can make two columns and you can make both the columns, contract A and contract B together. But generally, on like exam point of view, people wish to finish first one contractor, next another contractor. Okay. So for working purpose, you can do like separately together. But exam time, kindly do together. Don't do together. You have to make separately. Okay. Next, after that, material on site. It is credit side. So I'm going to write the material on site by material, that is closing balance. How much it is? 22,000. Okay. So why I am going one by one means then you will not miss any item. So contract price will not come anywhere. Material debit side considered. Material return credit side you have shown. Then material closing balance you showed in the credit side 22,000. Next you are coming back to direct labor 1,50,000 in the debit side. Okay. So write to direct labor 1 lakh, is it 50,000? Yeah, 1,50,000. So you can see this direct labor 1,50,000. Next item is direct expenses, which is 56,000. Again, it will come in the debit side. So to direct expenses, how much direct expenses? It is 66,000. Okay, 66,000. Done. After this direct expenses, what is the next item you are having? Next item in the problem is establishment expenses. So how much it is coming? 25,000 establishment expenses. So write to establishment expenses. How much is the amount? Establishment expenses 25,000. So 25,000. Next is to plant installed. Okay, so plant installed is how much? This is nothing but the plant purchase amount is 80,000. So write the amount in the amount column 80,000. Next is closing balance of plant is given. So value of plant at end, that is closing balance. So you no need to write value of plant, just you write plant. Plant closing balance. So how much is the closing balance? How much it is? 60. Value of plant is 55,000. Okay. So write in the credit side 65,000. Next is it's given by work in progress. Under that, you are going to write the work certified and work not certified. Work certified and work not certified. Let me check how much. In the problem it is given not certified is 23,000 and certified is 4,20,000. So we will write one by one 4,20,000 and work not certified is 23,000. Okay, so I think we have considered all the items given in this problem, and the cash received will come in the contractee account. And one more thing we left, that is architect fee. So architect fee will come in the debit side of the problem. So write in the debit side to architect fee. So 2,000 is the architect fee. Let me check once again. Yeah, architect fee. Architect fee is 2,000. Okay. Now we are going for this adjustment. What is the adjustment? Material amounted to rupees 9,000 has been transferred from contract A to contract B. That means from contract A it is going out, and for contract B it is coming in. So we are in which contract? You are doing the contract A. So for the contract A, is the material is going out or coming in? For the contract A, the material is going out. So if it is going out, then it should be credited. Any material is coming to the contract, then it should be debited. If the material is going out from that particular contract, you have to credit the material in the contract account. Okay. So for the contract, it is going out. So if it is going out, which side we have to show? We have to show in the contract account credit side. Okay. So shall we go to the credit side? In credit side, how you are going to mention? Buy. So you are sending this material to whom? You are sending the material to contract B account. So within bracket you can write material sent. Okay, so contract B account, you are sending the material from the contract A to contract B. So for contract A, it is going out. If it is going out, it should be credited. So contract B, you have to name it. Why means who is the receiver? The receiver is contract B. So within bracket, I'm writing contract B. Either you can do like this or you can write it as material transferred to contract B. Both are same. Okay, either you can write like this or you can write material transferred to contract B. Like this also you can write material transferred to contract B. Like this also you can write. Okay, it's your wish. You can write any way. So how much is the amount of material transferred? The amount of material transferred is 9,000. So write 9,000. Right? 9,000. Okay. So anything else? That's all. Adjustment is only one adjustment and the adjustment is over. Shall we balance it? Shall we balance it? Yes. Okay. Now you have to calculate which side you are having highest total. Total please. Yeah. So the credit side you are getting total of 5,43,000. So I am going to write the same amount in the debit side and find out the difference. So the difference will be called as to notional profit. And the notional profit, if I balance it, you are getting 60,000. So 60,000 is the notional profit. Not only this, what we have to do, you have to transfer this notional profit to credit side. Okay, so I'm going to transfer the same thing to credit side and change it as by notional profit. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to transfer this to here. Okay, so you are transferring the 60,000 from there to here. Now what you have to do, you are going to segregate this notional profit into P&L account and reserve because it is an incomplete contract. So you are going to segregate. So for that we are going to make some workings. Okay, see already workings I have started here. So I'm going to continue here only. Okay, so for contract A, amount of P&L account. Okay, what is the formula for this? Before going to that, first we should know what is the percentage of work certified. So what is the formula of work certified? Work certified divided by contract price into 100. Okay, so this is the formula. So what is the work certified in this contract here? Work certified is 4,20,000. So 4,20,000 divided by what is the contract price? I think it is given no in the first line 6 lakhs. So 4,20,000 divided by 6 lakhs into 100. How much it is coming then? Calculate. Tell me what is the percentage? It is coming 70%. Okay, very good. So now after this you have to decide under which slab it will be falling. So first slab will be less than 25%. No. Second slab is 25 to less than 50%. No. Third slab is 50 to less than 90%. Yes, it is falling under the third slab. So third slab. Under third slab, what is the formula? Amount of P&L account equal to, what is the formula? Notional profit into 2/3 into cash received divided by work certified. See, if you know the cash ratio, you can write, but in this problem, cash ratio is not given. So you are going to Use the formula cash received by work certified. So notional profit is 60,000 into 2 by 3 into cash received is how much? Cash received is how much is the amount? Cash received is 3,78,000 into, sorry, divided by work certified is how much? Work certified is 4,20,000. So if I apply, how much is the amount is coming? The amount to be transferred to P&L account is 36,000. 36,000. Okay. This is the amount to be transferred to P&L account. So amount to be transferred to P&L account is how much? 36,000. Okay. So I'm going to write this amount in the P&L account to P&L account is 36,000. This is nothing but you have calculated and based on that you did. Now what you have to do? Just balance it. Write the same total in the both the sides and write the balancing figure as to reserve. This is nothing but balancing figure. So how much is the amount balancing figure? 24,000. Okay. So 24,000 is the balancing figure which is considered as reserve. I hope you understood. Again, I'm repeating. So to know how much is the amount of notional profit to be transferred to P&L account, further first you should know what is the work certified percentage. So percentage of work certified equal to work certified divided by contract price into 100. This is the formula. So take 4,20,000 is the work certified divided by 6 lakhs is the total contract price, multiplied by 100, you are getting 70%. So this 70% falls under the category third slab. So in the third slab, the formula is amount of P&L account equal to notional profit into 2 by 3 into cash received divided by work certified. So 60,000 is the notional profit and the formula, as per formula, 2 by 3 is fixed into, this is cash received is 3,78,000 into 4 lakh, sorry, divided by 4,20,000 equal to 36,000. So this 36,000 you're going to write in the P&L column. So P&L account is 36,000. Now you balance it and the difference, whatever balancing figure is coming, that should be transferred to reserve. That means 60,000 minus 36,000 remaining will be considered as reserve. Okay. So after this, what we have to do? We are going to make the contractee account. Okay. So contractee account of contract A. Okay. So either you can use like this or you can make only contractee A account. It's your wish. Okay. Or you can write A's contractee account. Contractee A account. This will be nice, I feel. We can make contractee A account. This sounds better. Contractee A account. Okay. So shall we take the format for this? I'm going to take the same format. Easy for me. Copy pasting. I'll be taking from previous problem. It will be easy for me. So contractee account. Yeah, this is the format. It's ready for the format is ready. Contractee A account. Okay. First thing you should check, is there any opening balances given? In this problem, there is no opening balance given for contractee account. So I'm not going to write it. If it is given, then you have to write by balance brought down. So it is not there. So next item you have to check, is there any amount paid by the contractee to contractor? Yes, it is given. See, cash received from contractee, that is 3,78,000. So which will come in the contractee account credit side. Contractee account credit side. So write in the credit side by cash account The amount is, how much is the amount? 3,78,000. So this is the amount received by the contractor from the contractee, and there is no opening balance, so we can balance it. So I'm writing the same amount in the credit side and write in the debit side, and the balancing figure you can write it as to balance carry down. So the amount of balance is 3,78,000. Okay, you should not leave like this. This you have to transfer to the next year. So by balance brought down 3,78,000. Okay, so always you have to transfer this from year to year. Opening balance should be, that means the closing balance of the previous year should be transferred from the last year to the next year. Okay, so transferring is done. The contractee account is over. Now we cannot open the balance sheet. Before that, you have to complete for contract B also. Okay, so I'm going to prepare the contract B also. For that, same thing I'm going to copy paste it. Okay, almost the items are same, so I'll be copy pasting the format. Only the amount will be varying. So I'll be it will be easy for me to the problem. Okay, so the format is ready. Here, this is not contract A account, this is contract B account. So the for contract B, the items are ready, the format is ready. Okay, now we'll start with the items. So first item is material. Let me check what is the material amount. The material amount for, be careful guys, when we are doing in the problem in the exam, your eyes may go this side and that side. Okay, so you should be very carefully check the item. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to like highlight this amount, so you can see that only this amount easily you can see. So what is the contract price? I am not going to take this for the contract account. It will be used only for the calculation purpose. Next is material issued. How much it is? 50,000 for contract B. So write the amount in the material column. Amount is 50,000. Okay. So what is the next item? Here it is given material return. I'm going according to this one by one by one by one. It will be easy for you so that you will not miss out any item. So material returned will come in the credit side. That amount is 2,000. So go to the contract B account, and in the credit side material returned is how much? 2,000. 2,000. Okay. Next is, what is the next item? Material on site. This is closing balance. How much is the closing balance? 8,000. And this will go in the credit side. So going to the credit side, closing balance 8,000. Okay. What is the next item? The next item is direct labor and direct expenses. Both are in the debit side only. So direct labor 42,000 and the expenses 35,000. Both will be writing in the debit side. So direct labor is how much? 42,000, and direct expenses are 35,000. Okay. What is the next item? After this, establishment charges and the plant installed. Establishment charges both are debit side only. Establishment charges are 7,000 and plant is 70,000. So I am writing here in the debit side, establishment is 7,000. Okay, and the plant installed is 70,000. And what is the architect fee? What is the architect fee? It is 1,000. Okay. Next, I am going for credit side. What else is there? See, the value of plant is there. Closing balance of the plant 64,000. Write the closing balance of the plant, that is 64,000. 10,000. Next, I want the work certified and work not certified. Everybody is following, I hope. So guys, when you're doing problem, simultaneously you can also take down and take the notebook. You keep on doing it. Okay. So work certified. How much is the work certified? The work certified is 1,35,000 and work not certified is 10,000. So both we can do it. Work certified is 1,35,000 and work not certified is 10,000. Okay. Now coming to the very important item, that is adjustment item. What is this? Rupees 9,000 worth of material transferred from A to B. So now you are in B contract. So as a B contract B, are they going to receive the material or are they going to send the material? The B contract is receiving the material. So contract A is transferring material to B. That means B is the receiver. So when the material is received by any contract, that should be debited. Okay, that should be debited. So you have to show this material, whatever received from contract A, in the debit side. So write in the debit side to material, or you can write contract A within bracket material received from contract A. Okay, or you can write material transferred from contract A. The words nothing but, no problem, you can use any word. Either you can use material received from contract A or material transferred from contract A. No problem, you can use any word. Okay, so how much is the amount of material you have received? That is 9,000 rupees. Done. All the items are covered. We have taken all the items considered except the item which will be shown in contract A account and assets or this also, workings also we have considered. Now you are going to balance it. Check which side you are having highest total. Which side? Is the debit side total is more or credit side total is more? I think debit side total is more. Yeah. So how much is the amount of debit side total? What is the debit side total? Total, you take the calculator, total it, and you will be getting 2,24,000 as the total, debit side total. Okay. So I am using same thing in the debit side, total to credit side, and whatever answer is coming, the balancing figure, that should be considered as by P&L account. Directly you can name it as P&L account. You no need to write it as notional loss. Why? Because loss is loss only. If there is a profit, then you can divide into this much as a profit. Remaining, I can show it as a for the future and all. But loss is loss. So here you are not going to make any reserve. So the entire amount will be transferred to P&L account. So I'll not be having this step. I'll not be having this step. So directly you will be having, you will not be having this, that is P&L transfer and all, you will not be having. So we are going to close this step by, okay. So there is no notional profit. We will be having only the loss, and the loss will be transferred to P&L account, that is 5,000. Okay, again I am repeating. Take the total, write in the debit side 2,24,000, same you write in the credit side and balance it. The balancing figure directly you can name it as P&L account, and you no need to name it as notional loss. Okay, because there is, why we are making notional profit means again that will be divided into two categories, profit and reserve. But loss means there is no need of categorization reserve, because reserve always will be from the profit only. So loss only. So the entire amount will be transferred to P&L account. Okay, I done. So now the loss is over. Okay, and you no need to do the workings to segregate whether it will be coming in profit how much, reserve how much. No need. The workings column is not necessary. Okay, so next step. what we are going to do? You are going to make the contractee account. Okay. So as the format is there, I'm going to copy the format. What is the format? Here, contractee B account. Contractee B account. So I'm going to erase the amounts. Excuse me. Okay. Now the format is ready. Contractee B account. Let me finish. Let me delete all the items. Okay. Guys, now the format is ready for contractee B account. So again, you have to check, is there any opening balance is given? No, there is no opening balance. So we will be writing, no, you are not going to write by balance brought down, but we have the cash received. So when you are receiving cash, you have to write by cash account. How much is the amount of cash you are received? 1,25,000. So write the same amount in the total column, both the sides, and write the balance as to balance carry down the same amount 1,25,000. Okay. Now this amount should be transferred to credit side. Okay. By balance brought down. So 1,25,000. Okay. So this is nothing but the balance you are transferring from here to there. Okay. So contractee account is done. Contractee account is done. So again, I'm repeating why we are not doing the P&L account, and reserve means always reserve. Reserve means it is for future things. So for future expenses, anything is there, we are going to reserve some amount. So from where you can reserve it, if there is any profit, from profit only you can make the reserve. There is no profit, only loss is there. So the loss is there means entire loss you can transfer to P&L account, as there is no way to transfer amount to reserve. So entire loss you are going to transfer to P&L account. That's why you are not giving as a notional loss. Directly you are naming it as P&L account. So whenever you are having any profit, that time only you have to segregate into P&L and reserve. If there is a loss, no need to do any calculation. Directly the entire amount can be transferred to P&L account. So last time you no need to do any workings. Directly the entire amount should be transferred to P&L account and name it as P&L account. When you are getting the loss. Loss means the debit side total will be more and the credit side total will be less. So that time the amount, the difference will be called as loss and name it as P&L account. Okay. Now this contract A, contract B is over. Now we are going to make the balance sheet. Okay. So I'm going to copy the format of balance sheet. Okay. Where is the balance sheet format? Let me check. Yeah. So I have this format already ready. So I'm going to copy the format from there to here. Everybody be ready with the format of balance sheet. Okay, this is the balance sheet format. Okay. Now balance sheet format is ready. Everybody ready with the balance sheet? Is the format is ready? Yes. Okay. First we will finish with the liability side, then we can go to the asset side. Okay, in the liability side, you have to write all the accrued balance. That means outstanding expenses. I hope in this problem there is no outstanding expenses. That means there is no accrued expenses. So I'm not going to write the accrued expenses. Next is you have to write the P&L account, profit. If there is any profit or loss is there, that we are going to write it. Okay. So if you take in the contract A, the profit is 36,000 and the contract B is loss 5,000. Okay, contract A is profit, contract B is loss. Okay, that means you have more profit and less loss. So A is 36,000 and B is minus 5,000. So if you adjust, the profit is more. If you adjust, the profit is more. That means P&L is 36, loss is 5. So if you inter-adjust, you are getting net profit as 36,000. That means net is profit. So if it is net as profit, then we will be writing in the liability side. So how we are going to write? P&L account. Okay, I am going to write P&L account, underline it. Under that, okay, contract A, within bracket, profit. How much is the contract A profit? I am writing in the inner column only. So the total profit is 36,000. And from contract B, it is not profit, it is loss. So loss means you know very well we have to minus it. So I'll be mentioning it as within bracket. How much is the loss? Loss is 5,000. So loss, okay. So loss will be 5,000. So always the loss should be minus. Okay, you have to minus the loss. Inter-adjust. Okay, so inter-adjust 5,000. Now 36,000 divided by minus 5,000. How much is the net amount? The net amount is 31,000 as the profit. So write it in the outer column. Contract A is profit 36,000. Contract B is loss. So you're going to minus it 5,000. Write the remaining in the outer column 31,000. Suppose both the contracts are profit, then you can write contract A profit plus contract B profit. Write the total in the outer column. One is profit, another one is loss. That's why you are writing the net in the outer column. Okay, sometimes the loss may be more and profit may be less. So that time the same thing you can show it in the asset side. Okay, so I'll take the total loss and minus the profit, and net loss you can write in the asset side column. Okay, so in this problem profit is more and loss is less. So you are getting net profit. So you have written in the side. Okay, so shall we go to the asset side? Asset side, you are having material, you are having plant, and you are having work in progress. So first I will be writing material. Okay, material within bracket closing balance. Okay, closing balance. You have two contracts. So contract A, how much is the contract A balance? Contract A balance, how much? 22,000. And for contract B is 8,000. So write the total in the outer column, that is 30,000. Okay, next is plant. Plant also closing balance. I am writing short form. Okay, contract A is how much? Closing balance 65,000. And contract B is how much? How much? 64,000. Okay, so what is the total? 65 plus 64, 1,29,000. Okay, guys, some books they may be given, take the opening balance minus the depreciation, then write the closing balance outer column. Don't take that much. Directly you can write the closing balance. Okay, write the closing balance directly. Okay, contract A and contract B. The next item is work in progress. Under that, first item is contract A. So contract A, work certified is how much? Work certified 4 lakh. 1 minute, guys. Don't have space. So work certified is 4,20,000, and work not certified is how much? 23,000. So write the total in the inner column only. 4,43,000. Next is you are going to deduct the reserve. How much is the amount of reserve? Reserve is 27,000. 4,000. Right in the inner column only 4,19,000. Am I right? Yes. Next is you are going to minus the cash received. This is the format, cash received. So how much is the amount of cash received? 3,78,000. Write the balance figure in the outer column. How much it is coming? 41,000. Okay. Next we are going for contract. Contract B. Okay. So I'm going to underline this contract B. So first is work certified. How much is the work certified? 1,35,000. Next is work not certified. How much is the work not certified? 10,000. And write the total in the inner column only 1,45,000. And there is no reserve in this contract, but we have the amount received. So cash received. So you minus the cash received. How much is the cash received? 1,25,000. So what is the remaining amount? The remaining amount is 20,000. So why we are doing? We wanted to know what is the exact cost of the particular work in progress. How to know the cost? This work in progress, work certified and work not certified, which includes the profit or loss. Okay, so this profit or loss you have showed in the liability side. But the reserve you have not showed in the liability side. That's why you are deducting the reserve here. Next is, if you are not received the cash, then the entire amount you can write it in the as a work in progress, as a stock. But you have received a certain amount. What is the amount you have received? 3,78,000. So you have received. So remaining only it is called as, this is the amount you have to receive. This is the amount you have to receive. That's why it is shown as a 41,000 as a closing balance of work in progress of contract A. So same way for contract B, this is the work certified and this is what not certified, and you have received this much amount also, and against to this there is a loss, that also you have showed in the opposite side. Okay, so the remaining amount is 20,000. So this is the balance sheet. So balance sheet of TK Construction Limited as on 31st December. I don't know the year, so we have not mentioned. Okay, that's all guys.